Chapter 5, Part 1, Shame, the Veil of Hiding, the Prison of Unworthiness. If despair is the dark night of meaning, then shame is the dark night of identity. Where despair says, nothing matters, shame says, I am the nothing that matters. Where despair questions existence, shame questions essence. It is not the belief that we have done something wrong, but the bone-deep conviction that we are something wrong, fundamentally and irredeemably flawed at our core. Shame is the most hidden of emotions, the most private of prisons. While we might speak of our fear, express our anger, and share our sorrow, shame lives in the shadows, whispering its poison, where no one else can hear. If they really knew you, they would reject you. If they really saw you, they would turn away in disgust. You are defective, damaged, and unworthy of love or belonging. In its deepest form, shame is not about what we've done, but about who we are. It is the internalized voice of every criticism we've received, every rejection we've experienced, every time we failed to meet an expectation or fell short of a standard. Over time, these external judgments become an internal judge, a harsh inner voice that condemns us without mercy or appeal. The shamed soul wears a mask, not by choice, but by necessity. Behind the mask lies the real self, the one we believe is unacceptable, and in front of it lives the false self, the one we present to the world to hide our perceived defectiveness. We become actors in our own lives, performing a role, saying lines we don't believe, while smiling when we're dying inside. If they knew who I really am, whispers the shame, they would leave. If they saw what I hide, they would judge. If they discovered my secrets, my failures, and my darkness, they would confirm what I already know, that I am not worthy of love. And so, we exhaust ourselves maintaining the mask, keeping up the performance, hiding the parts of ourselves we've deemed unacceptable. We become hyper-vigilant, constantly scanning for signs that the mask is slipping, that the truth is showing, that we're about to be exposed and rejected. Shame has many sources. Sometimes it begins in childhood, when a parent's criticism or a peer's rejection plants the seed of unworthiness. Sometimes it arises from trauma, from violations that leave us feeling dirty, damaged, permanently stained. Sometimes it comes from belonging to a marginalized group, from internalizing society's judgments about our race, gender, sexuality, body, or background. Sometimes shame attaches itself to natural aspects of being human, our sexuality, our anger, our needs, and our desires. We learn that these parts of us are bad, that we should be ashamed of wanting, feeling, or needing, and so we split ourselves in two. The acceptable self we show the world, and the unacceptable self we hide even from ourselves. The tragedy of shame is that it is a lie believed as truth. We are not fundamentally flawed. We are not defective at our core. We are human, beautifully, messily, and imperfectly human, and humanity itself is not something to be ashamed of. But shame does not deal in truth. It deals in feelings, so powerful they seem like facts. In the depths of shame, we become convinced that we are uniquely broken, that everyone else has it together while we alone are falling apart, that we are the only ones who feel this inadequate, this fraudulent, or this unworthy. This conviction isolates us, for how can we connect with others when we're certain that connection would require revealing the very thing that makes us unworthy of connection? And so shame perpetuates itself. We hide because we feel unworthy. Hiding reinforces our unworthiness. The isolation confirms our belief that we are alone in our brokenness. The performance exhausts us, making us more fragile, more prone to failure, more convinced of our inadequacy, It is a vicious cycle with no apparent exit. The body carries shame in distinctive ways. We cannot meet others' eyes. We hunch our shoulders, make ourselves small as if trying to disappear. We blush, sweat, or stammer. The physiological response is one of wanting to hide, to crawl into a hole, to escape from the gaze of others and from our own self-awareness. Brené Brown, the researcher, who has done more than anyone to bring shame out of hiding, distinguishes between guilt and shame. Guilt says, I did something bad. Shame says, I am bad. This is the crucial difference. Guilt can lead to repair, to making amends, to changing behavior. But shame offers no such redemption, for how do you repair what you are? How do you change your fundamental essence? Stay tuned, to be continued.